We had talked last month about social media tips and tricks and all that. And then this month, we wanted to tackle 6 different engagement hacks that can save you time as well as a little bit of money sometimes, right? So Ben and I put our heads together. We came up with this list, and we wanted to go over that with you right now. So thank you all for being members of the group. Please, if you haven't shared this to your friends, please go ahead and take this opportunity to share this out to your friends. This is going to be a great video, great content, and you never know who you're going to help. So Ben, why don't you help us with number 1 hack on social media engagement?
All right, number 1, guys, is we have to be able to craft replies, right? Craft replies in advance. And what are we talking about that? Meaning you, as you're communicating with your audience, as you're communicating your message, you have to have something simple that people are going to recognize that, hey, that was Ben or that was Maddie. Maddie does a really, really good job when he connects with with new members in the group or on his personal page or with his new clients. So what's one thing, Matt, that you love to do in the group that's something that you're doing awesome? Because Matt's always doing awesome.
I appreciate that, brother. You give me so much credit because I've learned so much from you, and a lot of the things that I execute on are things that we've discussed and you brought to my mind and all that. So when people join the group, even before I was even a member of the moderator and admin group here, I would just always welcome the people. I would just do a whoop whoop because I branded that whoop whoop to me. And when people hear that, they think of me. That's what I really want. The other thing is I just do, hey, welcome to the group. Just kind of funny, just to introduce myself. And then I try and use my name, Maddie, in there as well. That's another shtick that I use because not a lot of people can pull off being a Maddie. And hopefully I pull it off really well. So those are the things I do. And then also, what's the last thing I do is I drop a little GIF or emoji, welcome to the group. So I have the prefabricated copy that's already in there that I type up a couple words. It populates with my whoop whoop in there. I have the emoji, and that's what gets a lot of people's attention.
Yeah. Let's go to number 2, quick list of go and two. Is it GIF or GIF? Let me know. I've been trying to figure this out. It's like gyro or gyro. I don't know. I get in fights with people with this.
Potato.
They say, I'm going to go get a gyro, and I'm like, is it gyro or I don't even know. So is it GIF or GIF? Let me know in the comments below. Let us know. Is it GIF or GIF? If you guys can just tell me, just tell me, or send me a voice message and say, it's GIF. It's GIF. But memes and emojis. Yes. Save those, right? You want to save some memes. If there's some memes out there, or you can create your own memes, there's apps out there that be able to help you create memes. But the GIFs and GIFs in Facebook are free. And one of the things I love about it is they don't get you in trouble. They don't because they're using their own products. So you're using their own product. So you can almost be sarcastic, and there's things in there that are off. I'm sorry, man, but there's some things on there that you can use that
get that point across, right?
If you want to cross the line, you can cross the line in those, and you'll probably won't get flagged because it's Facebook's own personal product in there. So what are you doing, Matt? What I mean, on the emoji and GIFs, any hints on those or tips?
I've been doing a lot more of watching what you've been doing because that's what you do a lot of. You'll answer a question with a GIF. And I started seeing you do that. I was like, God, that just, number 1 is time saving. You know, the GIF is right there. I type in, interesting or fabulous or happy birthday, and I get a whole list of them. I select it, I'm done. Instead of putting my mind to work and typing out a whole long spiel of whatever, right? So I've been doing a lot of that. And I also use my Bitmoji. I love create your Bitmoji as your little character. And then I have a little board. We'll get to where I have my board located in a moment in one of the next steps. But I have a little board that I can go into really easily, select that correct Bitmoji, or a lot of the keyboards have them already, and I can put it in wherever I want really quickly and easily.
Yeah, quickly. It's quick, guys. It is so easy. You're saving time. You don't have to think about a response. You don't have to be like, you just put one word in it, it comes up, find something, and you post it, and it's done.
I had my birthday Wednesday, and thank you very much, everybody that appreciated and took a moment to celebrate my birthday. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. But the only reason I'm bringing that up is I had hundreds of messages, and there's still a couple strings that I haven't gotten to yet. But do you answer all those? Do you just like those? Do you heart those? Let me ask you, I'll tell you what I did in a minute, Ben, but how do you do that when it's your birthday and you have a ton of those? Do you answer them, or do you give
Oh yeah,
all of them?
absolutely. Yeah, it happens, right? You'll get just put thank you. I love to put thank you, and there's different characters, and it really makes it it personalizes it. I love the fact that it personalizes it, and I've received, I'll do it from the reverse end. I've received them from you. I've received them from other members that have been watching us and doing this, right? They do the same thing, and it personalizes it, and it makes you laugh. You're like, haha, and that feel good moment. It's about making your audience, your members, or the people that are on your social media feel good. And when you're able to make them feel good, right? That means that they're going to be happy to communicate with you, and they're going to be more open when you are, when you want to reach out to them with any kind of personal opportunities or business opportunities or any kind of anything. This is how we're able to build that audience, right? They're going to be following you on social media more, watching you, and they feel special. So making them feel special, I think that's the point there.
Absolutely. So what I did was I answered the first comment, and I had to do it in spurts, because I'm sure, like you and everybody else out there, you get a lot of people saying, hey, happy birthday. So what I did was I wrote my first comment and I copied it and I pasted it. It was that simple. So I wrote the first one out, which was heartfelt, and which what I would have meant for everybody. I copied that and then I repasted it to every single one. And I took that time to do that. And certain people, I added something or whatever. But again, saving time. But at the same time, comments is engagement. So you want to go back to those comments, which sometimes I lose sight of, but I wanted to make sure to mention that, go back to those comments and answer them, because that's super important.
And one thing, if you're watching this live right now, if you're watching the training on Facebook in the group, put a GIF or emoji in the comments below. Put it in right there. Let's see it. Make us laugh. Make us see. Just put a word in there and say, you can put your name in it, see what comes up. You can put whatever and put it in the comments there, and we'd love to see it. We'll engage back on that. We'll come up and we'll have some fun in the comments there. So
absolutely.
Let's go to the next one, Matt. What was that?
Number three
is use productivity tools. This is Matt's specialty. I've learned so much from Matt on productivity tools and things and he'll say, did you get this? Are you using that? And I'm like, no. And then all of a sudden I'll Google it, I'll research it, then I'll try it out. And I'm like, why didn't I use that like 6 months ago? And we're always learning. So don't think that I have all the answers, because when it comes to productivity tools, when it comes to digital marketing, Matt is the expert in this, and I'm continuously learning. And when he sends me an email, I'm like, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? So Matt, tell us some tools that you're using, and maybe just give us one or two and say, hey, this is what I use it for. And that way, this is the reason why I'm doing that.
I broke this down into 3 sections. Number one is an online notebook. Number 2 is a to-do list. I get bogged down in things, and there's a to-do list that came up today. I went, oh, I didn't get that yesterday. So you want to make sure you have that so it doesn't fall through the cracks. And when that falls through the cracks, you have something to catch it, puts it right back in front of you. And then the last one was having some kind of project management or CRM tool to keep your clients organized, all the information about your clients. I have a wonderful Dutch Brothers coffee being delivered to me by my beautiful wife right now, which is awesome. Thank you, honey. But let's go back to the number one is the notebook. When you're out, when you're socializing, when you're working, when you're hustling with your kids, trying to get them back and forth to baseball, hockey, soccer, whatever, you are going to encounter people you can do business with or want to connect with. Having an online notebook where you can easily access links of information, links to your products, services, anything like that is crucial. What I do is I try and take it a little bit of a step further. I have a QR code so I can connect with people that way, but I also want to deliver links of information. Some people ask me about buying a home, selling a home. I want to deliver information to them quickly. I can go into my online notebook, which is called Trello. Trello, Trello. It's free, but there is paid. Remember, anything worthwhile, you're going to be paying a couple bucks Bottom line, I've learned that if you're using free tools, it's fantastic. You're going to get to the edge of that capabilities, and you're going to want more. So paid is where it's at. I use the paid version of Trello, but it's amazing. And actually, I downloaded it one time, let it sit on, like Ben just said, I let it sit in my phone forever, never used it. My friend asked me, hey, why are you not using Trello? I went back into it, and I've now mastered Trello to where I'm loving it. So whenever I need quick information, notes about transactions, marketing, copy, whatever, I put them all in their appropriate note. It's a little board. I could go look at that board, grab the information, and send it out easily. All right. Number 2 is my to-do list. I kind of went into that a little bit. You want to have something to catch all the info. If I need to follow up with something monthly, I put it in there, and I put a monthly reoccurring note in there. I don't use my calendar for that. I used to use my calendar for that. I learned my lesson. So if you're using your calendar for your to-do list or your email for your to-do list, I hope you don't learn the lessons I did and you start using some kind of to-do list, okay? My to-do list actually integrates with my email, so when I have an email that I need to attend to, I can flip it right over to my to-do list and it's handled immediately and I don't forget it. So get some kind of online to-do list, okay? I use Todoist, Todoist.com or whatever. I don't know what it is. I think it's $36 a year for all the capabilities, and I don't think that's bad. $3 or something a month, not bad at all. And then the last one here is project management or CRM, customer resource management tools. You need to have a way to know when your client's birthday is, what their spouse's name is, what their address is, kid's name, dog's name, where they went to college. All those things, you need to have a place where that's centrally located. And you also need a way that system, and this is opinion only, because there are standalone CRMs, but I would prefer one as integrated with a project management system. That way, as you're transacting or as somebody goes from a lead to a contact to a client, you're able to move within the buckets, right? You don't want to have something that's just set over here, and then now you have to access another program to go ahead and do the project management side. My full recommendation is to get a CRM integrated project management all in one. The one that I use myself is I'm a Keller Williams agent here in Las Vegas. So you looking to buy or sell, hit me up. But we have our own integrated, built from the ground up system that is inclusive of a CRM project management. It runs campaigns and everything. So it's pretty extensive. I would imagine a cost for that monthly, if it were a standalone system, would be upwards of $200 to $250. So if you want something on that scale that's going to, talk to, you're going to put people in, you're going to be able to follow up on them, have that drip system, have that SMS, have that voicemail, have all that capabilities, it's going to cost you money. But you don't need all that. You can back that up and go to a HubSpot or a Zoho. Those are free, and then you can add on and inch those on for $10, $15, $20 a month. So there is a wide range of tools out there. What's the right tool? The answer is always the one that you'll use. So find the one that you're comfortable with. I'm just giving you examples of what I have. I used one in the past called Contactually. It's changed names, and I can't remember off the cuff what the new name is. That was a phenomenal project management CRM, and I think it was like $60 a month.
Yeah. And if you're like, what did Matt just talk about? CRM.
Did I blow everybody's mind right now?
And if you're like, oh, I don't understand. Trust me, like I was there too. I'm like, what are you talking about? But Matt does trainings all the time. Reach out to Matt, send him a message and say, hey, Matt, there's something that you said there that I'm not 100% sure. And I'm sure Matt will do a live training in the group just by himself. He'll do a live training on his webpage. But Matt's always consistently putting so much value, so much content to help you guys out and to give you information, because we know that eventually you're going to need that. You may need that type of work, or you need me to help it. And you're going to say, you know what? I need something. What do you recommend? And Matt will connect with you personally. So definitely connect with him on a one-on-one basis. So let's go to the next one, Matt. Let's get a social engagement tool, right? There's so many tools out there. People are, when you get to a point, you're going to get pitched every single day about tools and this and that. There's apps out there. You're going to trying to find the shortcut. It's all out there. But Matt's hit the point on one thing. He said, the one you get is the one you have to use, right? There's no
Right.
there's no easy button on those. None of those have an easy button. They're simple. Once you get it down, it's easy. But you do have to take the time to work it, to figure it out, and once you get it down, you're gonna be like, oh, I get it now. And that's where the work comes in. Even Matt shared some tools with me. We're using it in the group, and I'm probably using 10% of its capability. I know that.
And I do that all the time too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're using about 10% of the capability because I'm not maximum. So, but as I grow, as we get better, we start to maximize that tool because a lot. So find out, Matt, just give me one tool that you're using that's gonna be like, hey, this is a tool I'm using in the group or my personal or my engagement.
I use my own branded tool. I actually purchased one. I work with the developer, and I have my own. So that's the one I use. If you need
I use it
tool,
too. I use it too.
Ben uses it. There's a lot of people that are using it. So if you need some help with social engagement and a tool to help you save time, I've got it. It's very inexpensive. We have a private training group to help you get on board. How many tools have you bought that you purchased and you let sit for 3 months before you canceled it because you didn't use it? That would have been amazing for your business, right?
Yeah.
I want to avoid that. But I don't want to talk about my tool. If you need it, I got it. But I wanted to give you 3 free ones. Well, they start off free and they go into paid, right? I told you this a moment ago. Anything worthwhile you're going to pay for online. They figured it out. Everybody's figured it out. You know, the free stuff is not valuable enough to get you to that next level. It's enough to get you right where you're at, but you always want to go further, right? You want to go to that next step, that next mountaintop, right? So that's going to take you a couple dollars. If you want to climb Mount Everest, you're going to get a Sherpa, and a Sherpa is going to help you get there, right? Think of it that way. All right. So I'm going to give you number 1 is Hootsuite. I think it's still free. I think it's still got a free level.
There's a free version. There's always a free version. There's always a free version.
And it's very limited, but it's a great resource. Buffer is one I haven't used, but I know a lot of people use it. I have not used it. And one that I've been investigating as a competitor to my tool is Sprout Social. And that has a free level again, and it goes into a paid. So again, whatever you use, each tool has its nuances. What's better for you? My tool may have certain things that you don't care about, but another tool has a lot of bells and whistles you do. Again, Ben said it a moment ago. Again, whatever tool you use is the best tool for you.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one, Matt. Automate task. Automation. This is something that's changing the game. It's the AI. It's the things that are just. It's the AI. It's the calendar, putting things on schedule. The game is changing, and you need to get on board with that. This is everything from copywriting to the calendar to your funnels to your everything is becoming automated. And what is automating? Meaning, like, for example, someone signs up for your funnel or your emailer, and then all of a sudden they're getting consistent, a couple emails, follow-ups, a couple suggestions that you have, Matt, on your end.
You're 100%. When you automate, things start happening, and it's super cool because you're buying your time back with automation. Bottom line, it's time or money. I'd rather invest a little bit of time and money up front and let that automation tool really take effect. So I've been over a moment. I don't know if I was in screen or not, but I want to.
Can't see it. Sorry, Matt. Sorry. It doesn't come up. It doesn't come up.
Okay. I'm going to put this. So what this is a diagram of my automation. So I'm going to put this in the comments. And what it is, when I have somebody that comes into my ecosystem, my sphere, my whatever you call it, through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, whatever, paid, unpaid, whatever, it's going to go right into a tool called Integrately. Integrately is the tool. I'm an affiliate for that. So if you need a link, I got you there. A couple bucks. I love it. Actually, it gives me free activities, which is cool. But the opposite, or the one that's most commonly used in the business is Zapier. Zapier has tons of apps that it connects together. All it does is take app number 1, program number 1 to program number 2, and it bridges it. It says, when app number 1 feeds app number 2 this information, app number 2 executes this task. And that's all you need. And you could stack them one on top of the other. There are people that have stacks of automations 30, 40, 50 deep. And let's not even go to automations. Let's go to our automated drips, right? With our phone sites, we have an automated drip. I get it from Ben all the time, where he's delivering great information as a follow-up every couple of weeks on the products, right? That's another automation. You're able
to and phone sites. We use phone sites. Matt's a user of phone sites. I'm a user of phone sites because I can build simple web pages, capture pages. And when people join BSN, again, they put their email in there. If this is your nugget, if you guys don't know, they join BSN and they get the email of the rules. They get the email what we're up to, a couple things here and there, some nuggets here and there. And I don't have to go out there and send people messages or, hey, this is this, I don't need to do that. So it saves me a lot of time with communication to the members of BSN.
Absolutely. And that's what it is. The boat that I missed early was gathering everybody's data and making my database my data bank. And in doing that, getting people to engage with me enough to give me their information. That way I can deliver good value to them. And the way Ben's doing it is super awesome. I'm actually mimicking that in a way to really just give, here's some nuggets of the week, or here's this information, but it's niched down into something you're interested in. So you're going to open that and engage it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Matt, let's go to the last one. This is the most important one. I think I should have listened to everyone else that told me this. You hear this all the time, right? And maybe we need to start pushing it more. I'm
mad at myself here. I
get angry at myself. It's time block. Hashtag time block. If you're watching this right now, let us know in the comments below if you're making the same mistake. Is not putting time aside to do your communications, your engagements, your follow-ups. Trust me, I'm so bad. I've made that, and this is more for Matt. Does it a lot on the business side, but we're talking also too on the personal side. It's going to save you from those arguments from your spouse. It's gonna it will. That's number one, or your significant other. It's going to save you time personally for you so you can research more information, because you can't spend your whole time on social media and engaging with everyone or trying to do all that, right? You just all day long.
You can do nothing.
You can, but you're not going to see the results that you want. I do think it should be in the morning. This is my schedule. Matt may have a different schedule. I'll give you examples. When I do my live, I'll do a live in the morning. I don't engage on it until like lunch, and I'll lose my last 5-10 minutes of my lunchtime, and I'll just go in there into that one specific live. I'll try to get as much as I can, and then I go in the evening, and it's about 20. And I know I cheat. I'm not gonna lie. I go in between, but I know that I'm doing a chunk of it, right? A chunk of it in the morning, a chunk of it in during my lunchtime, and then a chunk of it in the evening, and then I just let it go. And I make that mistake, man. I'll cheat. I cheat all the time. So, but I need to get better at this. This is for me.
Do you want the magic answer?
Yeah. What's your?
I'll tell you the perfect way to do it. There's only one way to do it, and that's the way that's going to work for you. Everybody's life is different. Everybody has different challenges, different things going on in their lives. So whatever that is, and what I lack in is my personal time, as Ben said. I do time block, not very successfully all the time for my business, but my coach, get a coach. My coach is constantly on top of me for time blocking and accountability. So do that. And then, be accountable to your spouse. I have rocky times with my wife when I spend too much time. When I started the We Got Your Back group, and for the first few months, it was so hectic and so demanding that my family time was almost non-existent, and it created some rocky roads, so you don't want to do that. And I had to learn my lesson, So time block, you don't have to be everywhere at all times, and it's okay to say no. And I'm telling this not to you, to me. So because I need to remember it's okay to say no as well.
Yeah. There's no text message. There's no social media reply that needs to be replied instantaneously. You don't have to automatically have to engage on that just because you got that one. Let it. And here's your golden nugget. if you just wait, maybe even the next day or a couple hours later, when you put your time, that brings back that pulls it back in the algorithm, and you may get a different audience that's not watching that. But if automatically you're always consistently on the follow up on, oh, I just got a like and okay, or someone just put a comment in there, you'd have to just reply automatically right after that. I think you should be a little bit, that's when you should be time blocking. Like, okay, I created a post, I did this, let it sit, and then wait a couple hours, and then wait a couple hours later to re-engage.
That's a great nugget right there, man. I need to take that more to heart too, because I answer a lot right away. When I sit around, I flip my thumb, I see a response, and I answer, because my problem is if I look at it, it's no longer new. That's my biggest challenge. It's no longer a new notification. So then I scroll on by it, and if I don't address it, then I end up not addressing it because I'll forget about it, unless somebody else comments and then I go back and see it. Yeah. But again, you have to figure out your tempo, your right way to go about it, right? And I'll have to figure out mine.
Yeah. All right, guys, hopefully this is helpful for you. Did you learn something? Did you get something out of it? If you have suggestions or comments, or you say, hey, Ben, or let us know. We're learning too. When these are the things that we figured out and we've gotten from other coaches and mentors that are helping us. But also too, if there's something that you're like, hey, I got a good idea for you guys, put it in the comments right there. Say, hey, this is what we're doing. Or if there's a YouTube video, or if there's something that you say, hey, watch this, or there's a meme in there, or some kind of graph that you're using, let us know. We'd love to share that information or see it. And then if it's good, we'll repost it in the group. So thank you again for watching this training. This is for you. This is for the members. We want you to grow. We want you to not get stuck in that rut, right? That what is that right there, Matt?
My Dutch brothers, you know,
Dutch brothers. Oh yeah, we want you to enjoy your Dutch brothers, right? We want you to be happy. We want you to go out there and make it a great day, and we want the people around you to win. That's the whole goal too. If you're helping the people around you win, your energy is gonna be different, and you'll be more excited to do what you're doing every day. With that, Matt, anything with you? You got to end it.
No, thank you so much for being great members here. I really enjoy all the interaction with everybody. There's new people that I'm interacting with all the time, and that's what it's all about. I love what Ben's saying about engagement. I will leave this, if you're watching this now and I haven't produced it yet, I was going to go over and do a live video of all my notes from my last camp. And I actually implemented just one of the techniques, and I already see a huge difference in my Instagram. So I want to go ahead, when you're watching this, if you haven't seen that, go to that, because there's going to be tons of info there.
All right. Awesome. I'm excited. And everybody needs help, Matt. Instagram, I think I need a lot of help with that.
Dude, I started doing this, just one little difference, man, and I got so much engagement. It went through the roof yesterday.
All right. Good. We'll be waiting for that.
You got it, buddy. Thank you so much.
If you do the video, put the training in the comments below too. Put the training in the comments.
Absolutely. I'm going to be doing that. I wanted to see how much people were like, hey, I want to see that. You know what I mean? So that's where it's at right now. So we'll see how much people are interested in seeing that, but I still will do that anyway.
Awesome.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate seeing you. We're doing this every month. Next month, let's pick a different topic. We're going to go ahead and put that in the group and announce when we're going to do that live and what those topics are. But I really like what we're doing, you know, the 5 engagement hacks or this social media tips. So let's do, how about lead generation, lead management,
lead generate. Yeah, we'll do something. If you have a suggestion in the comments, put it in the comments below.
There you go. And we're going to do like a 2 or 3 part series. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
There you go, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Have an amazing day. And as always, slay the day, folks. Take care. Take care, Ben.
Take care, bud.
Bye-bye.